Here we are again then, another home game, 2 in a row this week. Leeds United on Saturday afternoon, but first of all West Ham United, who are fighting for their lives in the Premier League, as of course our Leeds will have a new manager, Sam Allardyce, in charge. But we'll move on to that one in the next matchday vlog. Today I'm here nice and early, and I've just been speaking to a couple of the pundits, and they are Jim Beglin, former Liverpool man, and Trevor Sinclair, former City man, to ask them about Pep and the legacy that he will leave. It's something that Pep himself was asked about in a press conference recently. So let's hear what Trevor Sinclair's got to say, and first Jim Beglin.
City are as close to guaranteed winners pretty much every time they go out. I would think they're arguably now pushing for the best we've ever seen. And when you're talking about 5 and 6 seasons, and that looks as if it's approaching fast as well. And then for Pep, considering he did the triple in terms of winning 3 titles in a row in Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and now it looks as if he's about to achieve it again here. I mean, it's staggering. It's staggering what Manchester City are able to find. And I think possibly the most important signing in everything that's gone on since the ownership kicked in back in the noughties. Pep is the best signing of the lot because of what he's able to continually get out of the players. And I wonder just for once this season whether he might, having driven him so hard and the rivalry with Liverpool, I just wondered whether he'd be able to do it again, and here we are. I mean, since returning from the World Cup, it's kind of back to business as usual, and Manchester City are at it again.
Has he got to win the Champions League though, to be compared to Fergie and Bob Paisley and all the greats of the past?
Yes, because I think immediately, upon that happening, then he will be up there amongst all those you've mentioned. And it's not going to be easy again. I mean, I worked on the first leg of the semi-final last season here, and it was just immense. It was thrilling what Real Madrid were able to do. Now, I don't know whether they still have that in them again. This season they've not been as great, and especially at home. So it's a difficult hurdle. But if they do clear that hurdle in the semi-final, then I would think then they've got the strength to see off either AC Milan or Inter. And finally he will get to be up there where he hasn't been for quite a while. And I know he gets asked a lot of questions about it, and he has to kind of deflect things and bat it away. But it matters. I think it matters big time for him. And if he gets there, then he's up as one of the all-time greats ever. I mean, he already is for me, but I think if he achieves that, then yeah, I think he'll be soaring.
Are we watching the best team, best manager of all time?
I think the latter, definitely. I think the best team's got to be proven, obviously over the league season. 38 games. I think Manchester City will be league champions at the end of this campaign. Whether they're going to be Champions League, we've never done it before. Big test, but the way they're playing, when they're resting players and bringing players in, and the sharpness and the levels of the players that are coming into the squad. Seeing Kyle Walker's not been in the team for a few weeks, came in against Arsenal, and I thought it was one of his best games in the City shirt. He was outstanding, completely dominated Martinelli, but all over the pitch. It's been replicated. You look at Jack Grealish, he don't give a ball away, so strong and so reliable. And as a coach, I think he's coached him to feel comfortable on the sidelines and feel composed, because there's so much control within the pitch, and the players' decision making, the way that they're playing through the lines. They've got a structure. We end up being a 3-2-2-4, whatever it is, and they're playing unbelievable, and it's a pleasure to watch. Completely different team and club to what I played for, and the development under Sheikh Mansour has been outstanding. So yeah, I think they're very close to it now.
Just ask Jim Beglin if Pep's got to win the Champions League to be up there with Fergie and Bob Paisley and Brian Clough and all the rest of it, has he?
I think there's a lot of people who think that, but I think when you talk about managers that change the game, I think Johan Cruyff did that. When he come from Ajax to Barcelona and they played total football. I think Pep's done it in the Premier League. You see the patterns that are being played, not just in the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, even in the non-league teams, they're playing these patterns in and around their own 18-yard box. And listen, you have other coaches or other analysts or people who look at sport and say it's a waste of time, get it up, but the amount of success that you can achieve through playing through the lines, that's why these managers do it. And the risk and reward is there, but when you play at these levels, the pitches are perfect and the lad's technique is so assured. That's why he's doing it, and that's why this is catching on in football, and it's a completely different game. And actually, the way that Roberto De Zebri's, I think, taking it to another level, where the centre-halves are putting the foot on the ball and almost gouging the offending players to come and try and take it off him, and that's the trigger for the new pattern of play. So, yeah, really intriguing to watch. Love the evolution of the game, and yeah, City are right at the pinnacle of that.
I've just been asking a couple of ex-footballers whether Pep's got to win the Champions League to be defined as one of the all-time greats. How do you feel about that?
Sadly, he's probably right. It's not the right measure, but the pressure is on to do that, media downwards. I don't think there's any pressure from the club, but he is absolutely on a par with Ferguson. You know, you think over the years, Ferguson's 20 odd years, Pep's had a lot less than that, and he's achieved as much.
Amazing man.
From my perspective, we don't need to win that. It's the Premier League that is more important. And what Pep has brought to this club is immense, absolutely immense, and that's enough for me.
People do presume that he has to win the Champions League to be great, but I've heard so many times, and everyone's heard it. You're sitting on Sky Sports and everyone, Jamie Carragher will say it, Gary Neville would say it, he's the greatest manager in the world. So defining him by the greatness that he's supposed to achieve going forward, I don't think it's very fair when everyone already presumes that he's the greatest anyway.
I think for us, like for City fans have been coming for a long time, and for people that follow the club home and away, like we just spoke about it off camera obviously, but he does live in this kind of bubble situation, but I think he actually understands the fans and what the club means to Manchester alone. He's done everything for us. Like when he came in first, the team wasn't too good. The players we had, alright, fair enough, we had Sergio and we had Kun, or we had Vinny and stuff like that. Like, but he built the team. You know, all the situation with money doesn't build a team. They'll buy players, but that doesn't mean they're going to gel. He's come into this club and he's literally given everything possible to push us and to be the club that we want to be. Whether he wins us one more Premier League or 10 more Premier Leagues, if it's the Champions League or the FA Cup, he's done everything for us. I don't think we can thank him enough, to be honest. I think all City fans will more than likely say that he is the greatest of all time. I think he's the greatest of all time. Not just as our manager, but the greatest manager of all time. People are obviously going to say Alex Ferguson and stuff like that, but I think Pep is the greatest of all time. And if he left there in the morning, I'd be absolutely heartbroken. Because the only other player I want to see come in is Vinny, and I don't know, but I want to see Vinny succeed, or if he didn't succeed, that would kind of break my heart because he's my favourite player of all time. But like Pep, I can't even put it towards what he means to this club and what he means to us as fans. I wish you could hear me saying that, to be honest, because I hope, just trying to express some words sometimes to players and managers, it's hard, but he means everything to us, yeah. And we love him. He doesn't have to do any more, we love him. I hope he knows that.
Roy, you work with a lot of different managers in your role as physio. I know you didn't work with Pep, but how does he compare to what's gone before?
He's got to be the top manager. I mean, I watch him week in and week out, you know, and the level that they get to each week is just it's just mind-boggling. You know, I spoke to Kiddo one time about how do they keep doing it. He would day in and day out, day in and day. He said it's like a machine, Roy. He said everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing and they do it. And Pep's at the top of the tree, and he's got a great setup, great team. It's a pleasure to watch him, man.
Should win today, shouldn't they?
Oh, I would think so, yeah.
Nervous as always. Expect nothing but a typical City performance, but
Well, even after all you've watched?
After all we've watched, never confident, never have been, never will be. Hopefully we get the 3 points and go back to the top of the league.
Well, I think it should be a good game. You know, we came off a tough result, obviously at Fulham. I thought it was a good game in the end, but you know, Fulham pressed us quite a lot. But I think West Ham are coming with a point to prove, so I think it'll be a tough game. But I think City can come out top.
So even though you're a young fan, you're taking nothing for granted?
No, my dad's brought me up. I've had a season ticket for 17 years now, so I do know the typical City and the City-itis here and yeah, so I'm still always, it's fight to the end and then wait to see when the title's done, it's done mathematically, yeah.
I'm surprised Edison isn't playing, but I think we should have enough to beat them. They've got Declan Rice rested as well, so it's just about getting early goal tonight. Make sure we get the early one, hopefully put a few past them, and then on we go for the treble.
I think it's been frustrating. It's been frustrating for City. You know, West Ham have defended and been organised. They've obviously come with a game plan. It's been frustrating because I think the quality in the final third has been a little bit disappointing, a little bit poor. You know, from City, you expect a lot better. But listen, Man City, best in the world at breaking teams down that get 10 players behind the ball or 11 players behind the ball. So I'm expecting maybe a few changes into the second half, but I'm expecting a better half from Man City.
Still confident they'll get the 3 points?
I'm confident, yeah, I'm confident because, like I said, Man City are the best in the world at breaking teams down that, you know, sitting. And the longer the game goes on, the mental fatigue from West Ham, you know, it'll figure a lot more. And I think City have definitely got the players to break them down.
We picked up in the second half and we produced a performance that, you know, we're always going to perform. We're just so hungry for goals. You think that everyone's saying we're going to do the treble, but there's still pressure on. Even after a tough first half, we came through in the end and it was just a classic City victory in the end.
Great to see Erling Haaland set the new record as well, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. He's and there's still 4 games left. He's going to score more. I mean, what a return for Ake, man of the match, scores a goal. Brilliant.
Can you sum up what you're watching at the moment?
We're witnessing history. We're witnessing football heritage occurring. This will go down in history. What a time to be alive. Thank God for Man City. Thank God for Sheikh Mansour and Pep Guardiola and the boys. What a team.
Pardon?
What do you think of that then?
First half a bit laboured, but second half fantastic. Needed the points, got them on the board, didn't concede a goal. Goal difference counts this end of the season. And a big Earl again.
You're singing Erling Haaland's name at the end there. He is a phenomenal player, isn't he?
Absolutely unreal. I think he's probably, even though he's only been here a season, one of the best players we've ever had. Just his movement off the ball, he knows where he wants it. His vision, as soon as he got the ball through, you knew what he was going to do straight away. He's going to go on the keeper. But yeah, it's unbelievable.
You never doubted he'd score, did you?
No. You know he's going to score every game. Always put your money on him to score, because he does. That's what he does.
Very nervy, but good value.
In the end though, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely superb. Haaland's finishing, unbelievable. We might have a striker.
Not too bad. You say we needed a striker. You were right. I thought tonight, very nervy for the first half. So we needed to get that second and we got it just when we needed it. Same with the first one. We needed to get it when we did and roll on Saturday. Another win needed.
As soon as the ball slipped through to Haaland, you know he's going to score, don't you?
You do, don't you? But you don't know how he's going to finish it. He might be chipping it over, sliding it past him. Leaves keepers guessing. There's a reason why he's the best in the world, and every time he just mesmerises you with his goals.
You think you're lucky to be alive in this era because it feels like a very special era to be a Blue.
Oh yeah, 100%. We know how lucky we are though, like our dads, my uncles, don't stop telling us how lucky we are, and we appreciate every single game, so never take it for granted, and hopefully it continues.
That first half, West Ham absolutely done their job, didn't they?
we played really too slow first half, and I just think it was a struggle until we got our first goal. When we got our first goal, our impetus changed. And when our impetus changes, that's when we score goals.
I thought we were a little bit sluggish. I thought West Ham were very compact. I thought they defended very well, but I thought we always went up a gear. As soon as we went up a gear, it changed the game, and it did.
But you know, any team set up by Pep Guardiola will always find the imagination.
Find the gap.
Through, won't they?
Absolutely, that's the chant, innit? Find the gap, and they did. Yeah. A bit quicker second half. Could see it straight away. Obviously had a good chat with him at half time. Grealish got on the ball. Bernardo stepped forward about 10 yards. Walker got forward more. Mahrez got more involved. And only needed one chance and he scored. Yeah.
Are you feeling a bit more confident now as a Blue, or are you still worried?
I'm always confident. They've just got it. They've got a steal. They've got very steely players. Rodri, Diaz, Stones, Ake. Very hard, steely players, and I think that's a great little platform to go forward. Yeah, so I'm always confident. Look at them, they're amazing, aren't they? Yeah, we're riding a wave, aren't we? We should embrace it, and we should just back them because we've got to trust them, and we do trust them. So yeah, it is. Yeah, can't wait for the next 3 weeks.
Another 3 points. On to the next one then. Leeds United on Saturday. A 3 o'clock kick-off near the end of the season. Unbelievable. Don't get many of those these days. Thanks very much to Eamar Development, Timpson and RRG Group for their support, and everybody who contributes to the vlog. Have a good week. Won't be long before City are in action again against Leeds. Sam Allardyce's Leeds United. And City, of course, go back top of the league. And Erling Haaland sets a new Premier League top goal scoring record with 35. Isn't it great to be a Blue?